This is why you suck at guitar, and this is how you can fix it today. What is going on, everybody? Thank you so much for joining me for today's video. My name is Xander Raymond Charles. As a professional guitar player, I feel very, very passionate and excited about this video. As the thumbnail suggests, yes, the truth hurts, meaning I'm going to be giving you guys some hard truths as to maybe shed some light on some things that you guys are doing or are not doing that could be perceived as, say, a bad habit. But don't worry, everything that I lay out in this video could at one point in time pertain to me, or it still pertains to me to this very day. Meaning, I have no problem admitting that I myself have things I need to work on and I need to check my own ego at the door. So this list of why I think you might suck at guitar and how to fix it is heavily inspired and influenced by my own shortcomings and my own missteps along the way. So I want you guys to learn from me, take this video into consideration and implement it into your practice routine, your creative vision for your band or your music, and any and every which way you could pertain this to the guitar. I want you to do so, okay? So be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What do you think is the reason that you suck at guitar and what is holding you back? And how do you think you can fix it? I'd love to hear from you guys. I'd love to learn from you guys and interact down below in the comment section, okay? This is why you suck at guitar. Reason number one, studying or lack thereof studying. I do a lot of music theory content on this channel, right? About 2 or 3 times a month, I'll roll out some sort of music theory video and some sort of lesson as it pertains to music theory and hard rock and metal guitar playing. I want to ask you guys a question for those of you who have seen these videos. Are you actually studying these videos? Are you actually making flashcards? Are you revisiting these videos time and time and time again until it sticks? I'd like to think most of you probably aren't, and that's okay, but it is a reason why music theory, for example, is not sticking with you all. And it's so true that music theory is like the one elusive thing in this genre, rock guitar and metal guitar, that is very elusive and very hard to grasp because you don't necessarily need it to make noise and to make music. But for myself, I was one of these players back in the day where like I thought I knew a lot, and then I was put in a situation where I was at music school at the University of the Arts in Center City, Philadelphia, and I was put in a room with jazz musicians, and it come to find out I didn't know shit on the guitar. So in class, I was the weakest link in the jazz band. And this isn't even talking about actually playing. This is all like the mind aspect, the thinking aspect. I was the weakest link. So I was so embarrassed, and I never wanted to feel that way again. So for months and months, I started studying and making music theory my literal life. I took it as serious as like breathing or eating or sleeping. Like it was a necessity for me because it was a part of, my craft, guitar, being a musician. It's a part that I wanted to, work on and get better. It was a missing link to the overall bigger picture. So I made it a point to make sure that I studied it and studied it and studied it to where now it is more or less second nature to me. So I'm using music theory as an example in this bullet point, but whatever you suck at with the guitar, whether that's like mixing, physically playing, recording, whatever it is, if you're not studying, if you're not taking the time to learn the craft, you're obviously not going to get better, right? Reason number 2 kind of goes hand in hand with studying, and that is practicing. Show of hands, how many of you guys just play the same old riffs over and over when it's time to play guitar? How many of you guys just mindlessly noodle and then wonder why you're not getting better? Guilty as charged once upon a time, right? One of my biggest weaknesses playing guitar was down picking. I've told the story a couple times, but I didn't grow up on thrash. I didn't grow up on metal, really. I grew up on Zeppelin and Van Halen and Rush and the Sex Pistols and, rock and roll. That was my influence. So I was good at that style, but metal music, when it was my turn to create and do like fast down picking, that was always a weakness of mine. So where during 2020, when the world shut down, I spent the majority of my time just down picking and down picking and down picking. And it's gotten a lot better over the years, but it is still one of my weaker points of my guitar playing. But I was afraid to admit back in the day that I wasn't that good at down picking. And when I would sit down and play, I would get tired really, really easily. And then I would lie to myself and say, I could have down picked for a minute straight. I just stopped at 45 seconds because I messed up, but I could have got it. And I was lying to myself, basically being afraid to admit that I couldn't do it for a minute straight, right? Again, kind of like studying, it's the same thing. What are you not good at that you want to be good at? And are you actually taking the time to practice it to where like it is life or death, where if you don't sweep pick as clean as you want, are you spending hours and hours and hours sweep picking? Chances are you're probably not if you're not getting better at it. Currently in present day, I am practicing getting ready for the Memphis Mayfire tour with the artist that I'm touring with, and that is Elijah. Every night, more or less, I'm rehearsing the songs that I know, as well as listening to the new songs that'll be coming out here in 2025, because it is my job to show up to that gig, to that show every night, and one, be in shape, know the songs like the back of my hand, and to perform to where it is second nature when I hit the stage. I'm not thinking about the notes I'm playing. I'm just doing it off of muscle memory, and then I can entertain the audience. Nobody's buying tickets to see me nail the guitar part and just the guitar part. They're seeing Elijah, Memphis Mayfire, Caskets, and Windwalkers, but if somebody's coming to see me, they're coming to see me perform. I have a very charismatic, energetic charisma on stage, and I'm very proud of that, and I have no shame admitting that, but I work really, really hard at that to where when I get on stage, I'm going to put on the best show I possibly can. Kind of like studying, I view practice like life and death, to where I take that job so seriously, just like I take physical fitness so seriously. Like, that is so important to me, and the discipline and the dedication for the gym can be easily translated to the guitar. And in my opinion, they're both intertwined, especially from a live setting and a performance setting. If you're sucking wind, if you're out of shape, and if you're not putting on a great show, the audience will know it, and they'll come away from that show not having the best time of their life if you are not prepared on stage. And that may be a hard truth, but it is what it is, dude. I always tell myself, like, there's better technical players out there and there's better performers out there, but I'm going to do everything possible to, when I get off stage, like, I can barely walk. I can barely stand up because I go for it so hard. And there's been times, I remember the last show of the Icy Stars tour, where I literally couldn't walk because I like pulled my back or something. Like, I threw my back out, but I went for it. And I was sitting in that pain very proudly because I earned that. I went for it, you know? Like, I didn't like that I was hurting and I was like dying. But I was proud of myself. I went for it. And the audience like left that show. If they paid any attention to me, they saw that I went as hard as I possibly could, and I put on the best show that I could. So I'm very passionate, and I'm very serious about my craft and my dedication to fitness and to practicing, to where it's all intertwined and it's all interconnected to put on the best show possible. This is my livelihood. This is my job. And I'm very honored to be on stage with the other gentlemen in the Elijah band, as well as Elijah. And I never want to let them down, and I never want to let the audience down that paid money to come to the show. Reason number 3 why you're not getting better at the guitar, why you might suck at the guitar, is you're not developing your own style. Back in the day, around 2018, 2019, 2020, I wanted to be everything. And I wanted to be everything that I thought the internet wanted from me. Meaning, I wanted to be the best sweep picker. I wanted to be the best lead guitar player, rhythm guitar player, 8-string player, 7-string player, 6-string player, baritone, Floyds. Like, I wanted to do everything. All the tunings. I wanted to play in all the tunings. But I was not finding myself. I wasn't developing my own style. Here in present day, I'm known for more or less 2 things, I would say. And that is like low drop F baritone guitar riffs, and now more recently, Floyd Rose guitar riffs, which I'm really, really stoked on. But with all due respect to everybody, I don't give a fuck what anybody wants from me, really. Like, I hope you guys enjoy what I create, and I hope you guys are entertained and check out the music I write and check out the riffs I write and, you know, care about what I have to say. Sure, but I cannot, as an artist, as a literal artist, I can't make my identity chasing what other people want from me, because then I'm going to get lost, and I'm not going to, 1, be happy, and 2, I'm not going to develop my own style. So like right now in present day, my style is low-tuned Floyd Rose and or baritone riffs with EDM and dubstep intertwined and sprinkled throughout. That is something I'm very passionate about. I'm not the first person to do that stuff, but I am one of the few, I would say, and I'm really, really proud of that. So enough talking about me. I'm just talking about myself to give context of where I've been and where I'm going and how I got there. As it pertains to you guys, what is your style? What do you truly love to create? What is the style of music you want to make? I highly suggest you go 1,000% in on that and be really, really good at that. And, you know, over the years, you can reinvent yourself and you can continue to evolve as an artist, as a writer, as a creator, but you got to start somewhere. You got to start from like, this is my style, and then branch off from there as time goes on. Number 4 reason why you might suck at guitar is you don't write your own music. And this is something that's very fascinating to me, and I've kind of had this realization in our corner of the guitar industry, and I find it puzzling a little bit. I get a lot of hate comments. I get a lot of constructive criticism and not so constructive criticism. But I love the fact that people take the time out of their day to let me know how much they dislike something. That's okay. That's art. That's the beauty of art. The worst thing you can get as a response is indifference to what you create. You can love it or hate it, but I hate when people don't say anything at all. So whenever I get a hate comment, I view that as nothing but a huge positive for me. And I always, every time I follow it up with, hey, thank you so much for taking the time to check out my music and leave a hate comment. By the way, I would love to check out some of your music. Do you have anything for me to check out? And 100% of the time, not even like 99% of the time, 100% of the time, no response every single time because they don't write their own music. I think it's a lot of times it's because, a lot of players that are in the metal and guitar industry love the gear and love to check out the new toys. But what's fascinating to me is not many people write their own music or finish their songs or share their music. And I don't understand why. You have the whole world in your pocket. You can reach the entire world. You can have an audience for free just on social media, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, X, whatever platform you want to make your bread and butter, you can go and find your audience. But a lot of players don't release and don't write and don't create their own thing. And I'm really not sure why. So I highly recommend you guys, if you're scared to put out your music or if you're not finished a song or if you don't think anybody will like it, my advice to you is just please just do it anyway. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Please, please, please. I love when you guys reach out to me privately on Instagram and send me DMs and you guys say like, you inspired me to finish songs and put out my own music, to stop doing covers and to really go for my own style. That means so much to me. Thank you guys so much for sharing that. That means that my message is translating through this camera to you guys and that you actually take what I'm saying and are inspired by it. That is the best compliment and the best feedback from me. So again, I really, really, really encourage you guys to just finish your music and put it out there. Write your own stuff. See what happens, man. See what you can find in yourself and put it out to the world, okay? Reason number 5 as to why you might suck at guitar is you still give a fuck and you need to stop giving a fuck about people's opinions. I'm not naive to the fact that I look unique. And on an hourly basis, somebody that I'll never meet in real life lets me know how they feel about how I look, right? And that is awesome. I'm so thankful for that. That is nothing but free advertising. Thank you so much. I will never let somebody's negative opinions of my appearance as well as my playing stop me from doing what I want to do. I literally don't care anymore. I've been on the internet for give or take 8 years now, and I get hate comments by the hour every day for 8 years, more or less, to the point where now, like, I'm completely free. I mean, when I did Girls Night, my latest song that I made, I wore a dress to make a mockery out of everybody that, like, loves metal music and wears all black and is super, like, serious all the time. It's a joke in of itself, and it's making a mockery out of this entire scene. And I, like, some people got mad at that video, and it's like, it's so ironic. That's my whole point. I wore short shorts in Vegas in front of thousands of people. I didn't care. Like, I don't care what people think of me anymore. So as it pertains to you guys, who cares what anybody has to say? Most people who say anything have nothing to show for their own body of work. They don't have a body of work. They don't have anything to say. All they do is just spread negativity on the internet, and that's all they do. That's all they'll ever know, and that's all they'll ever be known for. AJ Good at the House of Masks and Bishop, they're like business partners. I highly recommend you check out the channel, The House of Masks. I remember this years ago, but they said something along the lines, as it pertains to hate comments, something along the lines of when they're old and they're on their deathbed, they will remember all the cool things that we did, meaning the House of Masks. So all their haters, when they're dying and they're, breathing their last breaths, they're going to sit there and think about all the cool things that all the other people did with their lives rather than themselves. So a long-winded answer in this bullet point to just stop giving a f***. Please don't let anybody's negativity dictate what you do with your life as it pertains to guitar or life in general. And the last bullet point of why you might suck at guitar is have fun, dude. Kind of like what I was saying, wearing a dress with Girls Night, making a mockery out of everything, especially in the metal scene. Dude, nobody likes to have fun, and I don't get it. It's so corny to me. Like, I'm tough and I'm mean and I can beat you up because I play power chords. I can fight and I'm super serious because I play power chords and I tune my guitar low. That is so corny to me. That is so cheesy and so silly, man. Like, whatever happened to like having fun? Why did you pick up the guitar? Why did you want to get in a band? Was it to be like miserable and not fun? Like, I think you picked it up because you enjoyed it and you wanted to have fun, right? So remember, this is for fun. We're supposed to have fun. I'm not really here to convince you to have fun. I've tried that for years, and sometimes it works, but a lot of times, the negativity doesn't really go away. So, it is what it is. But the people that are here, sticking to the end of this video and want to get better and want to figure out how they can improve themselves and improve their guitar skills. Have fun, man. This is fun. Whether you're John Petrucci, Kurt Cobain, Billy Joe Armstrong, or Joe Satriani, you can find an audience depending on your like technical skill level. Like, who's more famous, Billy Joe Armstrong or Steve Vai? Billy Joe. And who's a better guitar player? Probably Steve Vai, right? But what does better even mean? It's all subjective. That's my whole point, man. Like, have fun. Don't take this so damn serious. Enjoy yourself. We're on this planet for a short period of time. Have fun with the damn guitar, you know what I'm saying? All right, everybody. That's my opinion on why you might suck at guitar. Those may be some hard truths, but I want you guys to take my thoughts and opinions, and if you enjoy them and if you resonate with them, implement them into your everyday life and implement them into your guitar playing. Thank you guys so much. I love you guys. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in a video very, very soon. Later.